Motivated every day. Happy Spiritual Sunday, champion. This is an amazing week. I am excited because of this is the fact of who you have become across these 8 weeks as you've been following us and sharing the techniques and the blends, not about who you are becoming today, not about who you are working towards. Today we're talking about who you are in this spiritual moment right now, in this moment, holding this cup. You are someone who treats their body as the most important asset that they will ever steward. Not theoretically, but with the precision of the herbs we discussed, the honesty of the physician's data, and the consistency of daily practice. You're someone who addresses the mindset root before expecting the herb to just suddenly work. You're a person who understands that biology and belief are not competing systems. They work synergistically. They're not separate. You're someone who runs that weekly board meeting with their most important organization, who knows the difference between rest and recovery and depletion. You're someone who does not confuse busyness with purpose or output with your actual true worth. You're a person who can feel their own wins without a ceiling. You can feel it fully without feeling guilty about it, without the performance of happiness. That was the old way. You are someone who is playing the long game, not because it was presented to you as a concept, but because you lived into it, you leaned into it week by week, herbal blend by herbal blend, honest question by honest question, motivated everyday techniques on a daily and consistently. And say it out loud because this is who you have become. You are amazing. Now, welcome to this Sunday's opening and closing ceremony, which is about week 8 of what we've been going through. The compound interest of everything arrives here simultaneously, and the day that we open the door to everything that begins to come next in this wonderful week. So today's blend is known as the Secret 7 because all 7 primary herbs of the months that we've been talking about these past weeks, they come together in one ceremonial cup. We're talking the lion's mane for the cognitive foundation, the shilajit for the cellular energy, the cordyceps for physical performance, the reishi for immune intelligence, and saffron, so expensive, but for the mood longevity. Ashwagandha KSM 66 for the HPA access reset. And Go-To Cola for the whole system integration and longevity. And together, they're not just 7 herbs. Actually, there's 7 sacred herbs that are integrated as biological investments, with each one of them addressing a specific system. See, and each one will compound with the others as they work synergistically, each one amplifying the effect of everything taken along beside it to come together for you. Now, this sacred 7, this blend of the lion's mane, the shilajit, the cordyceps, the reishi, the saffron, the ashwagandha KSM 66, and the Go-To Cola brings us into a place of not just only physical, but we also bring ourselves into a place mentally. The mental and the spiritual work together in terms of the increase of your longevity. And so the integration is made visible in this one cup. 7 systems, one blend, compounding synergistically that gives you energy, cellular longevity. We've got ATP production. We've got your immune intelligence that's jumping in the fray. We've got mood stability. We've got your HPA access regulation plus a whole system circulation that will help you along with the improvement of your collagen, better skin, better eyes, better connective tissue. So the body, the mind, the spirit, and the money. All 4 systems, the 4 pillars upon which we operate, supported simultaneously from the biological foundation. Now you can take this blend, champions, with your physician's most recent data right there in front of you so that you can compare and review. Now you can let the numbers confirm what the practice has actually already been building. And this is why we encourage you to follow daily so that you can implement this daily. And then we'll take a look at next month and see how the results have shown the compounding effects of taking care of your biological system while combining that with the motivated everyday techniques. All right. So a declaration for all of us. Right? This is a declaring ceremony that has one practice at its center, the declaration. This is not a goals list. This is not a resolution list. This is a declaration of who you have become, champion, and what you are committing to carry forward in your life. I am going to give you right now the framework and ask you to complete it in your own words from your own honest experience of these 8 weeks. It's right there below. You'll be able to check it out. So here it is, the declaration. Complete each one of these in your journal and then speak it out loud. And remember, we journal from the motivated perspective, not from a depressive, losing perspective. We say it like this. I entered into this month carrying whatever. I am leaving it and I have released, and then list what you've released. The system that I invested in most deliberately was, we've got all these herbs, so pick which one worked for you. The evidence that I can point to shows that I have perhaps a maybe better mood, perhaps maybe better energy, perhaps you slept better, perhaps your data marks have improved. So the physician data point that I am most committed to in improving in month 3 as I go forward is, in my specific plan to do so, the version of myself that I'm building toward lives and does and feels this way in their daily life. I am waiting to become that person. This is how we review it. We take a look and we say, you know what? I'm not waiting any longer. I am that person, and I am practicing right now on being that person. I'm starting in the choices that I made this week. This is why you come to our post, so that you can continue to improve. It's something calling from the inside, and we're synergistic, brothers and sisters. The one practice from month 2 that I will never stop, regardless of what else changes, is, and then list that so that you can continue to build. This is about marrying the mental with the spiritual with the biological. And then you ask yourself, or rather state, this is my premium lifestyle declaration. Alignment is, you know what it is. Motivation is, you know what that is. And the result I am committed to building is, for those who don't know, the premium lifestyle. So write those completions, right? And feel them from within and speak them out loud to a person who actually matters and is supportive of the direction that you're taking your life in. Make them witness it, because witness declarations tend to carry more weight in the nervous system than private intentions where you just spoke it to yourself. We want to get your parasympathetic and sympathetic systems involved. This is the neuroscience of commitment, and it is the closing practice that we use, and also an opening practice to move forth while maintaining the progress that we have made. Brothers and sisters, dear friends, dear family. Now, a final word for you. You just did something in these past weeks that most people talk about doing it for their entire lives. You built a system. We presented a system for you that works for you. You built it. You ran it consistently for 8 weeks. You did the honest work. You did the uncomfortable artist of the looking at oneself and looking at your markers. You talked to your physician for the physician's appointments, for the testing. And so the integration reviews have helped you to get to this place where we are now, not because you need to, right? But because the person you became in these past weeks deserves to be the person who shows up for our next month of growth. our next month of ascendancy and elevation, our next month of motivation. So as we go into that this coming week, I'm not going to tell you what it holds just yet, because this spiritual Sunday is not about what comes next, family. It's about fully receiving what is here. This moment, again, this cup, this version of yourself, that 8 weeks of real work has actually revealed, champion. The foundation is real. The investment is made. And the compound interest of the commitment that you made and the daily actions you took has begun. Brothers and sisters, dear champions, I love you. Peace from my spirit to your spirit. Love from my heart to your heart. Blessings as we head into this next week on everything that has been built within you in these past several weeks, and everyone who will benefit from the person that you are becoming. I am here for you. Again, alignment is the key. Motivation is the motion. The premium lifestyle is the result. Stay motivated every day.